I'm with MPP for Ottawa West Nepean, Bob Chiarelli, who's also the Minister for Infrastructure here in Cornwall, Ontario today. This election has to be a huge challenge for an old warrior like yourself, and coming down to this riding where MacDonald is running. Tim Hudak has his troops out on the ground. Today they were repudiating the $14 million hole in their platform. What do you say to something like that?
Well, the PCs released their platform about 6 or 8 weeks ago. In fact, I was there at the time of the unveiling of it. They've indicated that they're going to maintain the education and healthcare budgets. In fact, they're going to increase healthcare budget by 6% coming forward. And that they're going to pay for all of their promises, including tax cuts, tax credits, and everything else that they've promised. They're going to pay for that by reducing the other departments, other than education and healthcare, by 2%. Well, if you calculate 2% of all of the other departments, you come up with less than $1 billion. When you add up what they're promising by way of tax cuts and programs, it's just under $15 billion. The numbers simply don't add up. And I will invite people to do Google and do whatever you want. We've got all the quotes from virtually columnists from the National Post, from the Globe and Mail, from the Ottawa Citizen, and many, many other credible outlets, which basically say his numbers don't add up, and it's a scam platform. So we've challenged them to put their platform to the Auditor General or to an independent source, and they've refused to do so. So the question is, let them put their numbers forward for third-party validation. They're afraid to do it.
Now, in today's internet, all over the internet, there's some images of the Conservatives pulling Mr. Hudak from their commercials, and of course 4 out of 5 women not supporting Mr. Hudak as a leader. What is it about Tim Hudak and the PCs that you think resonates so negatively with women voters? Are they trying to hide him now?
There's a sense of anger. There's a sense of Tim Hudak trying to instill anger in the electorate to collect votes. That scares a lot of people. And that's why you saw such a dramatic change in the polls, where they were ahead by 12, 13 points at one point, and now we're in a statistical tie. His campaign is based on fear, it's based on anger. McGuinty's campaign is based on optimism, it's based on third-party validation of the results. We have the best outcomes for cancer treatment in the world. That's not us, that's an international organization that studied it worldwide. We have the lowest wait times for surgery in Ontario. That's the Canadian Medical Association measuring us. It's not our hot air talking about it. They have no validation for the platform. The platform simply doesn't add up.
Now, MPP, who's retiring, Jim Brownell, I'm sure you are very much used to seeing because of all the infrastructure projects here in Cornwall and SD and SG. What was it about this riding that made you cooperate with him and help bring all of these projects to this area? It's been huge, the amount of projects that were developed here.
Well, when the federal government and the provinces, when the federal government in Ontario sat down at the start of the infrastructure project, they agreed that it would go to what is called shovel-ready projects. Shovel-ready projects mean it's a project that's on the verge of being able to be constructed. So what it says to me is that this community had its act together. They had the foresight, they had the capital plans in the municipalities ready to go, ready to roll out, and therefore they were ready to put their applications in and receive approval. So there were some municipalities who were not as ready, as Cornwall, for example, and they got less because they weren't ready. So it was the foresight to have the planning in place, the projects in place, with the expectation at some point of getting financing, and the financing came together.
All right, thank you very much.